everyone, and welcome to Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park in Taupo for the final round of the NZ Central Muscle Car season for 2019. Now, if you have followed our social media pages, you'll have an idea and a grasp of the points as the teams come into this particular round. There are 3 different groups, 1A, 1B and Group 2, and they've all got their own little podium fight going on. I managed to catch up with a couple of the drivers on this very casual Friday to see their thoughts and hear from them about it, and also some interesting news from Mr. Fowler. Now, Paul Bowden is in Group 2. He is 51 points behind Mark Holland, which is actually, on calculator and paper, quite doable.
Oh, it is doable. It would mean Mark didn't finish a race, or I qualified ahead of him or something like that. So, yeah, it's doable, but probably unlikely.
Come on, where's a bit of confidence in the players' gallery?
Well, I don't want to have confidence in Mark not finishing a race, so we'll see how we go.
That's a very presidential answer, very nice.
Thank you, yeah.
How have you felt the season's gone for you?
Pretty good. We have sort of staged it out, one a month roughly. It's given people to get time to get repairs and the likes done, so yeah, I think it's gone quite well this season, yeah, definitely.
Grant Dalton is 75 points behind Dean Perkins. A little gap back to Angus Fogg, but it's quite doable for you to try and chop Perkins down, isn't it?
It's quite doable for Fogg to chop me down too. I'm more worried from behind than I am in front. I mean, they're both great drivers, and Foggy's having a great end of season. Only won all 4 races in the last round, so I'm sort of got my eye more for him. I mean, Dino's got it under control, so something would have to dramatically happen for Dino, and I still need to have a reasonable weekend. Considering the practice I just had, I'm going to have to speed up quite a lot.
You've been getting some following around though for the season. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's been going well, and you know, this will be watched by a friend of ours in England, John Mould, who'll so g'day John, how are you mate? Probably up and out of bed. He doesn't go to bed till like midnight. Those Poms don't go to bed till really late. They don't get up till midday though. So I think you're getting a bit of following, mate.
It's very important. Would you endorse me as mayor?
That's a big question, mate. I don't think this is not a political rally. This is a muscle car, Westie's muscle car regatta.
I'll get it out of him eventually. Good luck, pal.
Thanks a lot.
And now I'm joined by Andrew Anderson, who hasn't exactly had the season he wanted, but he's going to make everyone else work for their points for glory. It's kind of been the way it's ended up, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has kind of been a little bit of an anticlimax for me this first year, but hey, it's a learning year. We learned learning a new car, and now we're having to learn another new car. So yeah, look, we're still able to compete, which is good, and yeah, we'll certainly be trying our best to rob as many points as possible.
What's the basic difference for people who have never had the opportunity to race in a Falcon and then race in a Mustang? What's the basic difference between the two?
Yeah, look, I started my career in this, so this is my very first race car that I ever drove on a circuit in 1992, so yeah, that's aging me. Yeah, for me, because I've done so many miles in this thing, it was just a case of matter of time and my muscle memory came back. It did take a little bit longer, to be fair, and maybe it's showing my age, to switch from one side to the other. The big talk in Aussie's been centre of gravity. Well, that's kind of what happened with me, because my centre of reality moved from the centre was over here, being in a right-hand drive car, to now my centre's over here. It's moved effectively a car width. Yeah, so it took me a little while to move all my lines. I had to basically program myself to move the car a little bit more to the left. So yeah, we'll be all right this weekend.
Does it drive any different?
I reckon he's got a better engine, so I reckon we're going to do something about that in the off-season. But oh look, it is a bit different. It's got pretty much the same front-end suspension. He stole my original shocks, so that's pretty much identical. But the rear's a little bit different. You know, you talk about 3 links, 4 links, that sort of stuff. So the rear geometry is a little bit different. But yeah, look, all in all, when you put 850 horsepower up front, it's pretty much the same. Haze the tyres, stop the tyres. Haze the tyres. Yeah, so that's about it.
And now we get to chat to Angus Fogg. We've spoken to Andrew Anderson, who is not in the running anymore, but this guy still is. However, he's got Dalton and Perkins in front of him. It's going to make for an interesting final round. The points say you still could do it.
Oh, it's a pretty outside chance now. The way the points work, it doesn't particularly reward being successful or fast. It very much rewards being consistent and reliable, which is cool. And Dino has made a real good job of that in the last few years, and obviously Grant's had a fantastic year as well. As soon as you get a penalty, whether it's your own fault or not, that 50 points just kills it. If Grant has a little bit of a whoopsie in one of the races, I'll be right on him, but I think Dino's pretty much got it wrapped up. He'd have to have an absolute shocker. But hey, there's motor racing, anything can happen. But we're just going to try and, win the war, not the battle? One or the other? I don't know. We're going to try and kick ass again this weekend, and if we end up third at the end of it with for the overall series, we'll be wrapped. We had a great year.
This circuit, does it suit you or not? Does it suit the car or not?
Circuits only suit the driver when they're going well. When they're not, the circuit's a piece of shit, or the car's junk, or the tyres are buggered, or whatever. The oldest trick in the book, that it's either one or the other. So I've gone pretty good at the circuit over the years. I've also had a few shockers, but in the last few meetings that have been here, I understand the tyre wear has been very bad, and also very low grip. So the car's exactly as it finished at Hampton, where it was a jet. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes here. I think just the old slow in, slow out Cam Crawford line might be the way around here.
Okay, we've gone from a Mustang to one of its dead set oppositions, and this thing is going to different places next season, and it's quite interesting news that we're going to release to you now, because we've got someone new coming into the muscle cars. Mr. Fallick, do you want to tell us what's going on?
Peter Ward's taken it, and we're getting a new car, so he'll be racing next season. Yeah.
What's your new one?
Same as that, but a two-door.
Okay, so what made you decide to make a change in cars?
Well, it's just what you do, isn't it?
It is. Now, it's going to be quite exciting to see Peter Ward here, coming from the V8 Utes. He's going to bring a different form of racing experience to the category.
Yeah, it's not. I've told him no crashing into every car you see.
Yeah, that did tend to be a little bit of a problem with the Utes, isn't it?
Yeah.
How will you get that out of him?
I don't know.
Do you know if he's going to be making any changes to the car himself, or just the driver position and that's it?
That's it, yeah. That's it, yeah. Don't touch it.
There we go. So the news is Peter Ward is moving into Central Muscle Cars. He's got this beautiful white beast. Whether he paints it or not's up to him. No, in fact, there you go. Don't touch it, Peter.
Don't touch it. Do not touch it. Yeah. Touch it.